3 exciting days. Pour day for the slab, block day, and framing day, because that's when we get excited and get to see the I guess you could say the project come to life, if you will. So we headed out here for block day. We pulling up to the site. Crew's already started. It's 7 o'clock for us. You know, they probably got going about 6:30. You can see they already got half the wall up already, and we are moving. So you can see the lead guys are in all 4 corners of the house setting up the corners. The other masons will jump in and start building the wall out. Measurements, devil's in the detail, making sure everything's lined up. If you don't start right, you definitely won't end right. All right, so block masons going. One of the things I'll point out on this project is safety is always key. The guys start going, once they're halfway up the wall, you can see that the scaffolds will come out and they'll get on the scaffolds. They'll set it up with material on site. As always, sometimes we start these projects a little bit early, and the fact that the city has not put in the water meters, but that does not stop us from starting our construction process. We have, I want to say, about 8 250 to 500 gallons of water tanks. We fill them up, we give the guys what they need. Our main thing is, as long as they got a porta potty, they're pretty much good to go. You know, as far as OSHA, they'll tell you these guys just have 1 to 2 days worth of work, so they don't need much. Here at the job site, we did run into one problem. You can see me talking to the guys here. They're telling me they see a little bit of an issue, and the issue was basically our plans had a defect in them. Our slab foundation plans and our floor plans had a little bit of misleading information, and to be exact, on our footers, on our foundation plan, it showed a 10-foot wide garage door, and on our floor plan, it showed a 9-foot wide garage door. So right here, I didn't catch it when we poured the slab, but my masons caught it. So you see me on site. I'm kind of talking to the guys about it, what we could do. Obviously, there's 2 options. We could have extended the footer to make sure that that we meet the plan specs for 9 foot. I didn't want to do that, so I chose to leave the 10-foot wide garage door, which would probably make me have to do a special order for a garage door, but I like that better than trying to reinvent the wheel last minute. So what I did was I went back and got another header, right? So the lentil, precast lentil header that goes over the garage door will now be a little bit short. For a 9-foot garage door, that lentil needed to be 11 foot 6 inches. And then for a 10-foot header, it needed to be 12 foot. So all in all, what it required us to do is load up the truck, fill up the tank with water. We were already strapped onto our flatbed truck, flatbed trailer. So we went off to go get it. We did talk about it. I did make sure I double checked the plans. You can see me talking to the mason out there and trying to make sure we had everything we need. So we double checked everything. We thought about it long and hard, and the decision was made. I was going to get 2 new precast headers. So you'll see me just not prolong it. The guys are here, the crew is ready. You know, 3 hours in and we're 6 foot up the wall. We are not turning back now. So I go and get the header and come back. On this, I'll show you guys, one thing we want to pay attention to as the block mason is doing his thing, you'll see these openings. These are for our downpours, for our bond beam. Some people call it bond beam, some people call it a lentil pour. None of it is wrong. It's just construction terminology. But all in all, every 4 to 6 feet throughout the project, you'll see that we're going to have these downpours that basically ties the top of the house down to the footers. So you'll see me walking around the house looking at those holes, making sure they're all cleared out, making sure the rebar that's going down is tied. You'll see me jumping up on the scaffold as the guy's finishing up. And basically what I'm looking for is the same thing. This is the top end of our downpour, and I'm making sure that those cells are open so that that concrete can flow down the cell pretty good, because this will not be the same crew that'll be pouring my downpour or my lintel. It'll be a different crew, and I don't want them to have any problems. So you'll see me getting up there, checking, looking, moving rebar around a little bit, making sure we got enough room for that concrete to flow down and fill it up. So that's what you see me doing here. Jump down, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at my grout lines. I'm making sure, you know, we got enough grout in all of our seams, if you will. So in between our lintels, I'm looking at window sills. I don't want to see large gaps from our window sills to the block, because obviously that's a leak point once our windows are installed. And while the block masons here, before they leave, I'm just doing what every contractor should do. I'm looking at everything. I'm making sure that everything looks tidied up before they got. I don't want my guys to come back. When they have to come back, they're not making money, i.e. they're not having a good memory of me and my project. So a typical cost for that segment, you know, typically all these prices are based on square foot or block count. We consider block count, even if it's lifting a lintel and installing the lintel, that's still considered a block count. A typical average cost in Florida right now, I would say in Central Florida for Orlando, is about $1.50 to $1.75 a block. That's what it costs. In this particular project, I think we had 2,300 block count. So, you know, if you do the math, you know, roughly $5,000 is what it'll cost for these guys coming in. You see it's a big crew. It's about 14 guys, and they get it done. In about 6 hours, this is how it looks. We pretty much wrap up 2,700 square feet. This is 8 foot tall. So we're wrapping up. Looks good. Everything's coming together. At this point, I've kind of already walked everything. We were short one down rod, if you will, so that down rebar, but that wasn't a big thing. There's ways around that. We can scrap together, overlap rebar and get it down. Make sure it's tied all the way through, and getting it done. So this is block day.